Man, oh man, you guys asked for it, you got it. 2K has officially nerfed passing lane steals and they also buffed shooting. But that's not all, y'all. It seems like patch 2.0 is an NBA 2K25 gameplay overhaul. We finna get into all the details. If any of you guys are new here, consider dropping a like and a sub. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let's get to the video.
It's AllCity. Load up that clip.
Hey, what's good, y'all? I'm AllCity. As always, appreciate you guys tuning in. We got like a lot of these patch notes to go over, and I definitely don't want to waste you guys' time. So before we get into the patch notes and we just dive right in, I just want to let you guys know that we have a Discord community, a 2K Discord community of over 30,000 members. If you guys are tired of running with randoms, come on out and join our Discord. The link for our Discord will be in the description below. I'm sure you'll find players to run with. Now, we're going to have some major shooting changes with this new update. And before we get into the patch notes, I'll briefly mention if you guys are looking for the best jump shots with the highest make percentages, thoroughly tested, tried and true, consider joining NBA 2K Lab Premium. Use promo code AllCity and you can save yourself 20%. Now, let's dive into this video. We'll start with the gameplay portion of these patch notes because I know that's what you guys are most interested in. The first bullet point under gameplay says made various adjustments to reduce the effectiveness of pass steals, including toning down unrealistic catches when close to the passer and blind catches facing the wrong way. As I mentioned in yesterday's video, a lot of these passing lane steals, they were just completely unrealistic and they eluded the laws of physics, and it was obvious. The player was clearly not paying attention. Last second, he hit the square button. 2K conveniently launches him into some Superman steal animation. And in my opinion, that completely undermines the ball handler's passing IQ. If you guys are anything like me, you pride yourself in having a good passing ability. And up until now, 2K25 has limited us as point guards. And a lot of you guys have been complaining about the passing lanes, myself included. I get it, it's frustrating. But the last time we had this issue with 2K and they had these like heavily aggressive passing lane steals in the game, they nerfed it, but they nerfed it completely to the ground. And that's what has me worried about this new update. Neither here nor there, I'm sure time will tell. Let's move on to the next bullet point. It says improve shot contest logic for more reliable coverage scores for both perimeter and interior defenders. Hands down situations will no longer register as tight coverage. Open shots received a slight buff to maintain balance. These are some of the things that frustrate me. We already figured this out, 2K. We worked through the ebbs and flows to get to a point where we were at last year on NBA 2K24 with the shot contests. It's like 2K, they get amnesia at the end of the year or while they're creating the new game. They done forgot everything we already went over. 2K, you already fixed shot contests. Why are we revisiting this in NBA 2K25? But here we are again. Defenders on NBA 2K25 were getting tight coverage scores without even putting their hands up. And it was random. Sometimes you'll get a tight coverage, sometimes you won't get no coverage at all. It'll say wide open, even though you're right there. I hate the fact that I gotta be venting here while I'm reading these patch notes. It just really upsets me because we already went through these issues. We're years into these issues, and here we are presented with the issues again. And 2K think they could put on their cape and fly in the wind and come save the day. You can't continually recreate the problem and then put on a cape and think you're gonna come and save the day. That's just crazy to me. Hopefully you guys see this stuff. And in some of the biggest news in regards to these patch notes, which 2K just trying to slide into the end of one particular bullet point here, where open shots received a slight buff to maintain balance. In my opinion, any buff to shooting should have had its own bullet point, and it should have been like significantly noticeable. What do you guys think this means for shooters out there? And if you've been having trouble shooting on 2K25, do you think a change like this will help bring you back to the game? It goes without saying that a lot of 2K players, they just want to shoot better. The way 2K puts it is a slight buff to open shots. What does that buff mean in regards to contested shots? From my experience, years dealing with this stuff, years dealing and translating what 2K says on paper to how that looks on screen when you guys log in to play 2K, I've learned that statements like open shots received a slight buff to help maintain balance usually means a complete overhaul. Everybody's hitting their shots and the game ends up looking completely different. Now, this may not be the case this year, but I'll just give you fair warning that in my experience, what patches end up looking like is like, I gave this analogy once before. It was like new games for 2K, especially when it comes to new gameplay, it seems like layers are piled on to the old game. And these patches, instead of fixing the game or adding something to the game, they kind of peel back these patches. So what I'm getting at here is what we're probably going to see with this new patch update is NBA 2K24 again. It's one of the largest patches that I think I've ever seen with any 2K ever. And if history's doomed to repeat itself again, then I imagine that 2K is just peeling back those layers with this patch update. And the game ends up showing what's underneath all those layers, which is NBA 2K24. That's just a theory of mine. You guys let me know what you think about that, but neither here nor there. We'll move on to the next one. It says improve responsiveness when dribbling or shooting with the pro stick, and also reduce delays with catch and shoot. Another major issue that was continually limiting the offense in favor of defense. Me personally, I'm a point guard out there with a high pass accuracy, but 2K oftentimes will put the receiver into some real poor catch animation that allowed the defense to catch up, even though I'm trying to hit that man with like a small window of opportunity to shoot. The catch animation slows everything down, the defense recovers, and now we got to pass back out and reset the rock. So looks like something else that they're addressing. The next bullet point says fixed an exploit that made low post fades overly effective. I don't think they're going to be able to fix that this year. This is usually the case with 2K in regards to anything that has to do with the post is overly effective. Something else that we've been going through for maybe a decade now or something like that. But anyway, it is what it is. We'll move on. I'm not going to harp on that too much. The next bullet point says repair some dribble move branches, including the 720 spin glitch that Steezo made real popular and unwanted double hesitation moves from a triple threat. It looks like they're trying to get rid of those dribble exploits, those glitchy dribble moves. So we'll move on to the next one. Standing floaters will not properly use the close shot rating, while driving floaters will use the weighted average of the higher between driving and close shot. How many of you guys feel like layups are just overpowered? I've seen a lot of people driving into the paint, receiving tight coverage, releasing it slightly early or slightly late, and still finding success. And in my opinion, that just completely undermines the interior defender. I know some of you guys are like, well, the folks aren't putting up interior defense, but man, the homie is right there and he has a super high block. Maybe he has a 77 interior defense, or some go to 88 interior defense. Ain't no way that people could just lay the rock up on him like he's not even there. Hopefully this stuff will fix that as well. The next bullet point says restricted post spin shots to live dribble situations to prevent double dribble violations, and fixed an unrelated issue that allowed double dribbles to occur in the post without a violation being called. I know a lot of you guys were taking advantage of that. I could imagine what the ones court looked like. Must have been madness. I don't know how you guys go out onto the ones court against those post scorers. That's just crazy to me. But anyway, post scorers, they always got the 1v1s and the 2v2s. If y'all don't know, go look it up. Next bullet point says a slight nerf was made to deep post drop step effectiveness. Oh man, if you a post scorer out there, let me know what you think about these new gameplay adjustments, because I know you guys were probably having a ton of fun out on the ones and the twos courts, and I want to know what this update does to your players, because I have a feeling that 2K might be rendering some of our builds damn near irrelevant with this new patch update. Next bullet point says falling face down shot landings will now only trigger when hit from behind. Hey, yo, pause. 2K is zesty out here early in the morning, but we'll move on to the next one. Let me raise this up here. Tuned catch collisions to improve animation coverage and have them play in more appropriate situations. Next one down says improve the ball attachment logic, particularly when starting a dunk or a layup mid dribble. Okay, interesting stuff. Because as I play 2K25 more and more, I see more and more clunkiness come out of the woodwork. I'm curious to know what you guys think about that. 2K25 in regards to fluidity and smoothness and gameplay is more closely tied to 2K24 than it is the previous versions of 2K, and I was hoping in 2K25 that we would get a lot more smoothness, a lot more fluidity in our movement. But there's still those situations where you think you got a smooth, clean lane to the basket, and 2K puts you in like this weird, almost glitch-like motion if you're trying to get to the basket off a dribble move. Sometimes it just feels weird. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but either or, we'll move on to the next one. It says added support to scale takeover meter progress differently for short quarters and moves without a game clock, such as triple threat in my team. The next one down says fixed an issue where the 2K camera flip will get confused on the direction of play when a turnover happened immediately after a rebound. I didn't even know. Maybe that's happened to us and I just never noticed. But how is that a thing? We're talking about a 2K development team that has over 2.5 decades developing this game. And here we go, fixed an issue where the 2K camera flip would get confused. How is your coding anyway? That's just a little too, it's too early in the morning. That's a little too much for me. But man, 2K got the only slow-minded AI. Anyway, it is what it is. Manually selected defensive matchups would no longer reset after a timeout is called. Next one down says adjusted one of Jordan Clarkson's step back jumpers to prevent unrealistic initial dribble speed. All right, so if you guys don't know what they're talking about with the Jordan Clarkson, I think Young Dirk made this popular. I was watching a video from Young Dirk. I'm pretty sure it was Young Dirk. But Jordan Clarkson's like hop jumper was glitchy. If you cross over to the right and then you hit the Jordan Clarkson, like if you cross over right and then hold left, he will like almost teleport back over to the left after the right crossover. So it looks like they got rid of that and they fixed that. Next one down says updated Devin Booker's post shimmy fade package, changed Mark Williams' signature jump shot to be valid for big men only. Interesting. Your player will now break out of a go-to shot if moved too far from the sharp marker in certain drills. Interesting. Fixed an issue that made self alley-oops very difficult to complete in the dunk contest. And the last one on page 5 says fix the scoring bug in the dunk contest that would incorrectly award points on missed dunks. And there you have it, folks. Those are the major gameplay changes for NBA 2K25. I'm finna spend the rest of the day seeing what these changes mean to gameplay, so you guys could expect another video about these changes and what us 2K players see on the court after these adjustments. There's still a bunch more notes covering some additional changes for 2K25. As you guys see, we only covered pages 4 and 5 out of 16 pages of changes. I'll leave a link to the remainder of these patch notes in the description below in case you guys want to check out some of the other additional changes to 2K25. If any of you guys are new here, consider dropping a like and a sub on your way out. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, yeah. If you guys are tired of running with randoms and you're looking for players to run with on NBA 2K, come on out and join the AllCity 2K Discord. The link will be in the description below. Find players and get runs now. Drop a like and drop a sub on your way out. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, yeah.